What's going on, everybody? It's CryptoVision here, back again with another crypto market update. Today's video, we're going to be checking out Puffer per Discord member request. So if you like today's video, hit that like button, subscribe for more. Let's get into it. So we're looking at Puffer on the weekly chart. It's through Kraken. It is a $17 million asset, so pretty tiny if you ask me. Not really, not a through the July, April, not a very substantial bounce. If you ask me, pretty minimal. It is coming to a lot of these they have this Jasmine look where you have this M pattern and you kind of just drizzling. This thing does look like it is. I mean, a lot of assets do look like they want to reverse, right? So in terms of Puffer, you definitely have this. You got like this 1 2. You probably have this 3, because you have an A, B, C for a third. You have this fourth, and then you're coming down for a fifth. I do think that this entire correction is an A wave. I do think that. And I do believe that the next leg up will be a B. So you'll have like an A, B, and then a C. I don't think a lot of these, I mean, they could prove me wrong. It could prove me wrong where you make new all-time highs, but from the look of it, it just looks like it's in A. This entire correction is an A wave. You're gonna go up in a B, 3 waves, and then you're gonna come down, and then you're gonna start your bear market. You're gonna go down for a long period of time, and then you'll have on the weekly, then it'll look something like this, right? So you have this move, then you'll have something like this, like a 3-way move up. So you'll have this, right? And then you can come back down. Okay? And then the next move, right? Then you'll have like this finishing W pattern. You break out and then you go up and go. Something like that. That's the idea I have for a lot of assets. Degen, Jasmine. I mean, Jasmine maybe it has a little bit more of an ABC structure, but still in general, right? There's not a part of me that's just going to disregard risk, discipline, my plan just because of greed, right? Just because of greed. The entire foundation that I work on is staying disciplined, staying centralized, right? I keep all my assets, everything on my God sheet, the premium sheet that I have through Patreon. But it is something where I can see all my take profit levels, all my stop levels, stop loss levels. Pardon me. I can see everything. It's centralized. It's mapped out where I'm taking a certain risk with certain assets. I'm being more conservative with maybe the blue chip assets. But overall, I'm able to visualize. Okay, what am I risking? What am I rewarding? So in terms of this does look like you're finishing up. It does look like you're finishing up. Okay, let's see. Let's check this out and see what we got through here. So this AB. So this 1 2. Come through right here. We'll use this right here. There you go. Right to the 1618, pretty much. So let's check this out. Horizontal line to the 1618. Right below that 1618. Okay, right below that 1618. Nothing too crazy. It did come all the way up. I mean, if we do use this slightly, like right there. I mean, that's right at the 1618. I mean, that's right there. So that's one area that we can look at. Okay. 786 from this entire move is going to be somewhere through here. So we'll see how important this area is, especially when we invert it back to right side up. Pardon me. And then so we're going to do this, and then we're going to check out this third wave move. It's probably going to be, it's probably going to be in the negatives because it's almost there, right? So if we do this, 0.5, yeah, it's all in the negatives, right? It's all in the negatives. I mean, you got that 0.5 right there at 3, something through here, right? It's pretty close. I mean, I'm going to add it just because, and we can mess around with it. That's the way the channel works, is we're going to get a bunch of different fibs. We're going to get a bunch of different levels. We're going to check out price action, things of that nature. Just from looking at this, right, something through here is probably going to be a very important area. Something right through there. We can check this out right there, even possibly right. What about right here? Because I want to test the area of support first. Yeah, kind of like that. Okay, so we're going to go through now. So we have this entire structure. In terms of the retracement levels, so just from a high to a low to high, pardon me. Is there anything relative? So that 1272, wow, that's right at that level. So we'll keep that. That was at that 0.5. So we'll keep that. That's probably as low as I think it could go. This 1272, finish it up. I mean, it is still down 34%, right? But overall, I know it sounds like a lot. I know this sounds like a lot, but it takes, what? You'll be at, if let's say you entered right here and it went down, you still entered. I'll use a different measurement, right? You still entered on if you're really looking at it, you entered on a 95% premium. Okay, yeah, you could always get a better deal, but when you have a good deal, you have a good deal. There's not a big reason for, to be greedy. Oh, I can always get lower. Yeah, you're right. You can always get lower, but at some point, you rarely hit the market bottom. You rarely time the market bottom. You rarely time the market tops. That's the idea of setting a plan, setting take profit levels beforehand, so you can just know that, okay, I'm going to pay myself regardless of what happens. So we're going to keep working through. I do want to see, this, if this is the low. See, that's the thing. When we measure these, when we take these measurements, and this isn't the low, it's hard to determine whether or not we're getting a correct reading or not. That 886 is right at that 72.75. It's right at that 382. I typically use this as the 786. So what I'm going to do is do this. That's going to be the first take profit area if you break through. If you've managed to break through, right? If you manage to break through, I'm going to leave this up through here. And we're going to leave this 2618 all the way up here at $2. What is that right now? It's at 4 cents. That's kind of crazy. All right, that's kind of crazy. So we'll have those levels right there, just like so. In terms of this, if this is a 3-wave move, if this is the 5th wave, okay, if this is the 5th wave, we're on the 4th, or we've worked through the 4th. Let's check out where we're at for. There's another confluence down through here. I didn't think that 0.5 was going to be very important, but obviously it is. It's important. 618, the 786 right through here. I don't think I like that that measurement. We're gonna take this and come down through here. We're gonna take this, come right through there. The 618. That's pretty close. 382 is right through there as well. I do need to mark a 382 of this. Dang, that's all the way up at 29 cents. I mean, that's not something where, I mean, yes, it'll be important in the future, but right now, is it even confluence with anything? Not really. Not really. So I'm not too worried about that 382. We're looking for a 382 of the possible correction that we're in right now. That we're possibly in right now. I mean, this looks like this is pretty brutal right here. This almost looks like your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It does. It really, really does. Okay, we're gonna come right through here. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. What's that 382 at? That 382, it's still not where I want it to be. It's still not there. Not there at all. What about, yeah, this does look like, you know, you have this. Yeah, I like this. I like this idea. I like this idea a lot, actually. We have a 1, 2. You almost have like a 3. So you have an A, B, C for a third. Come down for a fourth. Okay. Oh, not now. Not now. And then up through here, you have another 1, 2 of your fifth. So you have a 1, 2. You have a 3. You have a fourth wave up, and then you have a fifth, or let's check this out. Let's actually measure this right through here. Right? It just takes a lot of time when you're working through stuff like this. I've never looked at Puffer, so if you are enjoying the video, if you're getting something out of it, please like the video. Please subscribe. It helps out the channel a ton. It's free for you, helps me out, and hopefully it's helping you out as well. Right? Hopefully it's helping you out as well. The 2618, wow, this thing shot all the way up to the 4272, so that would be, all right, we got our answer. Looking like a 1, 2, A, B, C, 3. You know, you're coming down for maybe something in here for a fourth, right? Because you can kind of tell that's what happened. You can kind of tell that's what happened because you opened, you wicked, and you opened, and then you wicked, and then you got back up. Someone is blowing me up. I am so sorry. I got to turn this down. I'm sorry about that. Someone's blowing me up. It's like trying to make a video on Puffer over here, guy. Come on, leave me alone. No, I'm just playing. Okay, if we wanted to be, you know, a little bit picky, I don't think that's what I want, though. I don't want that wick. Nah. Either way, it doesn't change anything. Either way, it doesn't change anything. 3, 4, 1, 4. Either way, I do like the idea that this is you're in the fifth and final correction. You're in a 1, 2, A, B, C, third. You're in a fourth, and this is like your fifth wave up right through here. So you're almost done, right? You're almost done. So if we're looking at, you know, if you're looking at something of an extension through here, we can use this, and we can use this. There we go. I mean, that's pretty, I mean, this area is this 3019. A lot of confluence. Okay, 3019. I do want to get the retracement of this. We're going to take this. We're going to take this retracement just right through. I already did that. We're going to take the third wave. Take the third wave low. Take this right there. We're going to zoom in to it. Okay, so we got some levels in between. I can throw this right through here too. So we got this 3792 as well. Okay, so that took a while to find, right? It took a while to find, but we got some levels to the downside. This candle's pretty ugly. I'm not going to lie. This candle's pretty ugly. This 382 now is what we're going to use to determine whether or not we are going to see a reversal. Okay, 382. I do like this 382 just because, okay, so, you know, you start closing. So let's say you come down through here and then you close and you get above the 382. What you're doing is now you're trying to reverse something. So you use this as support and you bounced. Use it as support and actually go up and not fall back down through, right? And you'll have an almost like a, like a V. Like a V, like a cup, right? You break down, not break down, but correct, oscillate downs, and you have like a little cup and handle, and then you can go. Something like that. That would be the idea, right? And then that's just for the smaller reversal, right? This thing's $17 million market cap. When you get these initial reversals, I mean, yes, it's still up. That's up 120%. That's what you typically see. You'll see this quick little reversal, and then you start to skyrocket. It's not a methodical process. I mean, for example, right through here, you had like this 1, 2, and then it was straight up, not methodical. It was just straight up. Same kind of concept. 1, 2, go. That's what you're going to be looking for. You're going to be looking for something like that. Use a previous area of support as support again. Okay, then get back up through here, 21 cents. And once you get above 21 cents, then you're looking like, you got this inverted head shoulder, so you might come back down again and then go. Okay, so you might come down and you need 5 waves up. 1, 2, A, B, C, 3, 4, 5. Something like that. Okay. So that's the idea for puffer. I know these levels are sparse. They're spread out. I mean, you can always add it for every single area that, you have. Oh, you got rejected right here. You got rejected right here. But what about to the left? Okay, maybe to the left somewhere right there. Okay, but is there any other confluence? No. What about right here? Maybe right here. Maybe right here. We'll check it out. All right, you bounced right there. There you go. You got 4 little areas. You got 4 areas of resistance, but there's still these resistance levels, these retracement levels. I'm not a financial advisor. Part of me. This isn't financial advice. These are just my levels. These are my ideas. And if I'm invested in puffer, right? If I'm invested in puffer up here, right? I would be DCAing down through here, especially down through here. Add a little bit through here. Okay, are we gonna bounce? Nope, we didn't bounce. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit more through here. I'm gonna add a little bit more through here. I'm gonna add a little bit more through here. So you're just lowering your price, right? So instead of your price being at 21 cents, you lower it down to 15 cents. You lower it down to 12 cents. Yes, you're down. Let's say you're down, whatever, 61%, right? 61%. That's gonna be minuscule to even if you get a retracement level. Let me do that from 12 cents. It's just an idea, right? It's just an idea, but a lot of people are down. You're still up 230 something percent on a retracement, not even through a breakout, just the retracement. Just the retracements. That's not even to the main retracement where, I tell people a lot that these levels down here, yeah, they're scary. They suck. I've been in these situations with traditional stocks. In Fubo, right? I was in Fubo. It took a turn for the worst on me. I didn't have a stop loss. It was early on. I didn't have a stop loss. But what I did is I didn't panic and sell at a loss of 50%. It was actually more than that. It was like 60 to 70%. I just bought down low. And I took my average from like $12 all the way down to $2. And then when it rose up to $6, I sold. And I got out, made some profit, got out, learned a lesson. I learned 2 lessons, right? Either have a stop loss or be committed to investing in the asset when it's at its low points, right? You can't just, in my opinion, you can't just buy something and then, okay, I'm going to hope for the best. It's okay, well, you got to have a plan, right? Are you investing in something? Are you holding something? Do you think it has, what potential do you think it has, right? If you're not sure of an asset, have tight stop losses. If you're like, you know what, long term, I think this is good. I think at least it's gonna retrace. I think it is oversold. I think it is undervalued, right? These are the things that the investor should be thinking. And then you go look at the chart. If you're looking at an asset, okay, if you're looking at an asset that has been sold off to oblivion for 413 days, so over a year, and it went down 95%. I'm gonna ask a question: Would someone be better off investing in that, or would someone be better off investing in silver? I'll leave that question posed. All right, I'll leave that question posed. I know my answer. What is your answer? What is your outlook on that? Right, big green candles, red candles. Right, it is ugly right now. It's hard to stomach it. It's hard to look at it. I did all of that price action, and we didn't even look at indicators. I didn't even look at indicators. So I'll keep, for Patreon members, I do update charts regularly. So I will update Puffer regularly. I didn't even, look at the indicators, the stochastics, the RSIs, any of that. Um, but overall, just overall, right? Overall, we have some levels on the weekly chart. On the weekly chart, right? Got some levels to the downside. We got some levels of resistance, key areas. The way the channel operates, the way the channel works is, yes, we are below 4856. So we do not even target 8515. No, we do not. We do not target 3019. We target 4856 and we target 3778. This is the zone we're in now. Are we finding acceptance? Do we stay down here for a little bit and then work our way up? Or do we stay down here for a little bit, drop down one more time? Okay? And then go up. All right? Something like that. Okay? That's the idea, right? It's the way assets operate and work is they don't just magically teleport to a level. They don't just magically teleport to a level. No, you need setups, you need a base, you need a reversal. Right? You got to build a base for a little bit. Right? Accumulation. People are going to want to buy down here when it's going sideways and not catching a knife. People want to buy when it goes sideways. And then people are going to buy after it impulses. People are going to buy through here. All right? People are going to buy through there. And then it's going to go. Okay? So that's what I got for Puffer. As always, I thank you for your time. I thank you for stopping by. If you're interested in joining the Discord, it is free. We have community chart shares. We have, general chats, questions like that. There's an example of the Profit Lab. There's also way more in-depth, features for the Patreon members. You get voting Tuesday through Thursday, exclusive content on Fridays, updated charts such as Puffer throughout the week. And also there is, indicators that are translated from TradingView that go into Discord. So as always, I thank you for your time. I thank you for stopping by. Take it easy. Peace.